I told you.
Hey guys, on today's episode of NBA 2K TV, we take a look behind the scenes at the making of Living the Dream and get some insight from world-famous director Spike Lee. We also help you make the most out of your My Career experience and give you the rundown of all things new in My Park. Tune in now.
I told you.
Hey guys, on today's episode of NBA 2K TV, we take a look behind the scenes at the making of Living the Dream and get some insight from world-famous Hey guys, on today's episode of NBA 2K TV, we take a look behind the scenes at the making of Living the Dream and get some insight from world-famous director Spike Lee.
And welcome, college basketball fans. This is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks and the Michigan Wolverines.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Kansas Jayhawks. They've got Duncan, and it's Lee in at the point. Well, for a long time, Michigan has been a big power in men's basketball, really in all sports. The school has a very strong program.
No doubt, the Wolverines love their sports. Easy to cheer for the basketball program with all the success they've had over the years.
It's deflected.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Oubre with it, and Crawford picks him up defensively. It's stolen by Jones. Ahead. And Crawford gets it to go on the assist by Jones. Crawford's got his first basket of the night.
And, Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
Now here's Duncan. To the middle. Here's Haynes. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Freak.
And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
And the Jayhawks do a great job in recruiting talent. All sorts of players have come through Kansas and found success.
Yeah, and you know they develop not only the stars like Paul Pierce and Andrew Wiggins, but role players too, guys that have made a living in the NBA as fitting into roles. Mario Chalmers and Nick Collison come to mind.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Lee outside. There's a good screen. Oubre kicks to Lee. Duncan outside. Picked by Lee. 6 to shoot. The drive by Duncan. And the Jayhawks again can't hit.
And you know, with Freak, you can see with his combination of size and movement why people are so high on him at the next level. I mean, there is no ceiling to how good he can be.
It just isn't very often that you have a big man as polished as Freak. There are a lot of guys his size and a lot of players who are as skilled as he is, but it is rare to have it all in one play.
Now here's Freak, covered by Lee. 16 feet away. Cannot hit.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
On the court for Michigan. Freak, he's in at center. Jones is out there with Elvis, and there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2. And we finished one half of basketball. Michigan leads by 11. And time now for the halftime break. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
And guys, I think we may see some strategies being adjusted here as we get into the second half. Still plenty of time to this lead.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Freak has done a good job of getting his team in this position, and they got themselves a bit of breathing room in the first half, and all they have to do the rest of the way is manage the lead.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, we've got Oubre, and it's Terry in at the 4 spot. The drive by Lee. And it falls over the rim and in. Lee's got his first points of the night. Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. The Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
Screen by Lee. Duncan kicks to Oubre. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Jones from outside. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Screen by Lee. Oh, that's blocked. They recover it. So Michigan ends up going. Here's Flash. Freak. He's in at the 4 spot. He's out there with Smith. Flash out there with Jones. And it's Crawford at the shooting guard. Now here's Freak. He's covered closely. Soft touch off the glass.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
And Jenkins kicks to Dedmon. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter, just served him up.
They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch their breath, you're right. Crawford passes to Smith. Crawford dishes to Freak. 14 feet away, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Kansas trails by 11. Now here's Jenkins. He kicks it to Dedmon. We've got 1:48 left here in the second half, and a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
Hey, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
Ellis, he's checked in for Michigan.
And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan, a lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time.
Now here's Freak, covered by Lee. Here's Flash, good on the three-point shot.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Wolverines.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
It's a long season, and you always need role players to step up and help out, and that was the case here. Everything was working for Freak. And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Feeds to Crawford. Screen by Ellis. Crawford kicks to Ellis. Uncovered, and he hits the jump shot. And Michigan leads by 15. Well, Greg, you mentioned moments ago all the former Wolverines that have made it to the NBA. Michigan has been one of the best talent developing schools, Clark, for a long time.
And, you know, apart from the Fab Five group, Kevin, the Wolverines can also name Glenn Rice as an alum, outstanding NBAer, and Trey Burke and Nick Stauskas, recent grads from Ann Arbor.
Frazier the pass to Oubre. Excellent D that time from Jones. Freak. No good. And so it's Michigan winning this one. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
NBA 2K TV, we take a look behind the scenes at the making of Living the Dream and get some insight from world-famous director Spike Lee.
Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Georgetown Hoyas.
And you know, guys, we go back many years broadcasting college games, and it never gets old. Every big-time player makes a name for themselves at the college level, and we could see that again on display here tonight.
Well, with a guy like Freak suiting up, you know that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
On the court for Michigan, Freak, he's in at center. Jones is out there with Ellis, and there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2-guard. Now here's Crawford. Shot clock at 5. Here's Freak. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Now, here's Warren. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
Guys, it's almost impossible to think about Michigan basketball and not think of the Fab Five. I mean, one of the most storied recruiting classes ever. They were dominant in their tenure here at Michigan.
Here's Crawford. Ellis left side, and it's going to be a 3-second call. Here's Trice. Here's the screen. Picked by Randolph. Hudson against Crawford. Out to Price. To the inside. Crawford with the steal. And now here comes Jones leading the break. And he gets it to go.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
On defense, Michigan. Trice with it. Kicks to Warren. The dish to Hudson. And taken away by Ellis. Crawford drives in. Here's Jones, and the layup is good. Jones has got his second basket of the game.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
It's a completely new group here for the Hoyas. Now Harkless. Pass to Hodges. And it's blocked. And they get it back. And it was not a clean block. Whistle blows and a foul on the defender here. It's a shooting foul, so free throws will be coming up. The Hoyas shooting their first free throws of the night. And the free throw, no good. That one is no good. Hoyas on D, trailing by 4. Here's Freak. Misses from short range. Now here's Harkless. Pass to Hodges. He feeds it to Felix. Passes it to Harkless. And here is Joseph. The Hoyas with another miss.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
We got Hodges, and it's Felix in at the small forward. Up it goes, and the Wolverine lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Joseph.
Well, there have been a lot of great players out of Georgetown over the years, most of them big men, but don't forget about Allen Iverson. He might just be the most popular former Hoya of all time.
And for the Wolverines, Freak in at center. Taylor is out there with Jefferson, and it's Stevenson in at the point guard position. Now here's Harkless. Following the miss by Freak. Harkless the pass to Wilson. The baseline J. That one wide left. And Allen Iverson was only at Georgetown for 2 seasons. The way he played, he completely set the college basketball hoop world on fire.
We might never see a scorer quite like Iverson again. For his size, what he packed into that small frame was absolutely amazing. As unique and relatable a guy as we've had.
There's the pick. Now here's Harkless. He's guarded by Stevenson. Wilson into the lane. He kicks it to Felix. Joseph the pass to Wilson. Clock at 4. The Hoyas need to get off a shot. Felix. And it's Michigan with the rebound. Freak's got 4 rebounds in this game. A minute 20 left here in the first half. Dishes it to Taylor. Knight on the wing, defended by Harkless.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And the pass to Joseph. From 15 feet away, and it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got his 5th rebound in this one. Stevenson outside. He dishes it to Knight. Outside, Taylor. There's 38 seconds left here in the first half of basketball. Stevenson kicks to Freak. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Wolverines able to retain possession. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak. He will get more quality opportunity.
Warren is out there with Price. And it's Trice. Then there's Hudson. And it's Randolph in at the shooting guard position. And for the Wolverines, Freak, he's in at center. Jones is out there with Ellis. Then there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2-guard spot. And for Georgetown, Price is out there with Warren. Then there's Hudson. And it's Trice, and it's Randolph in at the 2. Flash passes to Freak, feeds to Ellis. Ball stolen. And now the Hoyas on the break. Baseline jumper. Here's Price. The shot no good. Nice D from Crawford. The feed to Freak. Crawford passes to Flash. There's the dish to Jones. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Warren. Well, Georgetown has been such a pillar of East Coast basketball for so long. Really one of the universities on the East Coast.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. A really rich tradition in men's basketball for the Hoyas. And they've been a competitive presence on the college basketball landscape going back to the 70s.
Screen by Ellis. They set the pick. Jones kicks to Crawford. Pass to Flash. Crawford right side. Inside runner. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Georgetown trails by 4. Price outside. Kicks it to Hudson. Outside Randolph. And it's Michigan with the rebound. Freak's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Ellis. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Ellis has got the lead up to 6 now for the Wolverines. Trice kicks to Price. He feeds it to Randolph. Passes it to Trice. Back to Randolph. They set the screen. He kicks it to Warren. Can't get it to go. Now the Wolverines take it the other way. On the court for Michigan. Freak in at center. Ellis is out there with Jones. And there's Flash. And it's Crawford at the shooting guard. Here's Trice. Dishes to Warren. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And a look at how the offensive approach is going. Guys, a comeback probably not in the cards at this point.
Yeah, unless something dramatic and drastic occurs.
Yeah, I think you can put a fork in it.
Freak with it. From downtown. And so it's Michigan winning this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said.
Hey guys, on today's episode of NBA 2K TV, we take a look behind the scenes at the making of Living the Dream and get some insight from world-famous director Spike Lee. We also help you make the most out of your My Career experience and give you the rundown of all things new in My Park. Tune in now.
Hi, everyone. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's Texas and the Michigan Wolverines.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
Now let's take a look at the Longhorns' opening lineup. They've got Turner. Edwards is out there with Ellis. Then there's Doherty, and it's Ford in at the 4 spot. Edwards passes to Turner. Here's Ellis, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. The Texas Longhorns have been building their basketball program over the years. They have been on the verge of greatness for a long time.
I think Texas in general is very decorated in its athletics program. I mean, still looking for their first college basketball championship on the men's side is what they're reaching for.
And Michigan has possession. The Longhorns getting their last shot to go. The Wolves free throws of the night right here.
At the line for 2.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Here is Edwards. Kicks to Ellis. Turner with a screen on Crawford. Jumper off the screen. Ellis can't get it to go.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Freak goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Here's Turner. The Wolverines making their last shot. The drive by Ellis. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Ford kicks to Doherty from deep three-point range. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Freak dishes to Ellis. He shoots again, and it's Freak missing.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Out of bounds as Texas keeps possession. So Michigan ends up going with the new group.
Substitute.
The Wolverines leading by 8. So on the floor for Texas. They've got Edwards. Also Ellis out there. Doherty out there with Turner. And it's Ford in at the power forward position. Now Edwards. They set the pick. Edwards with the screen. Ellis kicks to Doherty for the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Doherty's got himself going with the first basket of the game. Doherty's gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. Flash passes to Freak. And Turner with the block. They get it back. Texas trails by 5. Edwards with it, and Crawford picks him up. Defensively, pass to Doherty. There's the feed to Ellis. Out left to the wing. Edwards with the screen. Ellis kicks to Doherty. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Edwards. And it's Michigan with the rebound.
You're not very often, plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Now here's Freak, guarded closely. It's Crawford on the wing. Pass to Flash. Now here's Freak. Turner covering. Here's Freak. Rebounded by Ellis. Texas trails by 5. Edwards passes to Turner. Doherty dishes to Ford. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. A big group substitute. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Michigan lead. And we welcome you back to college basketball here on 2K Sports as we get ready to get going for the second half of play.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
Freak in at center. Jones is out there with Ellis. And there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2 spot. And for Texas, Ellis is out there with Edwards. Then there's Doherty. Then it's Turner. And it's Ford in at the power forward.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
And the pass to Doherty. Turner up top. And it's Michigan with the rebound. Ford, no luck.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Flash passes to Freak. He drains it from the right block. Now it's a 7-point Wolverine lead. Freak's gone 50% from the field, 3 of 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Stolen away. Edwards with it. Dishes to Ellis. And Doherty kicks to Ford. That's good.
Assist from
Here's Flash. 3-point lead. Outside, Jones. Now here's Freak. Turner covering. Here's Freak. And he gets it to go. Freak's got 10 points.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
So both teams changing it up here. The Wolverines leading by 9 on the court for Michigan. Freak, he's in at center. Ellis is out there with Jones. And there's Flash. And it's Crawford at the 2-guard spot.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a mani. That's a facial.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Texas trails by 11. And here's Blair. Shoots from 12. Texas no good that time either. 1:39 left here in the second half of the game.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Jones dishes to Freak. It's Crawford on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Ellis against Turner. And too long on the shot. And so it's Texas with it. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Now here's Blair. Defense is right there. Excellent use of the screen that time. Turner's got it back down to within single digits for the Longhorns. Michigan with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Crawford kicks to Ellis. Back to Crawford. Cans the 12-footer. Crawford's got the lead up to 11 now for the Wolverines.
And I'd say that's it, guys. They're not coming back in this one.
Nope, no chance. Not gonna happen. That chance has long since passed of them getting back into this one. Forget about it.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Freak. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Free throw good. Freak. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And that should be enough to get the job done, even though he didn't get all of them.
Here's Thornton. And Davis now top of the key. From outside the arc. And it's Thornton again missing. Now here's Freak. And so it's Michigan winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
Hey guys, on today's episode of NBA 2K TV, we take a look behind the scenes at the making of Living the Dream and get some insight from world-famous director Spike Lee. We also help you make the most out of your My Career experience and give you the rundown of all things new in My Park. Tune in now.
I told you.
And this is where it's at, folks. The college tournament ends here tonight. For one team, the joy of a lifetime will be achieved. And there's no doubt going to be some incredible action all along the way. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and the Michigan Wolverines.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the 4 spot. And his first shot of the game, no good.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though. The game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title.
Here's Freak. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
You know, Wisconsin has not historically had a lot of players in the NBA. That number, however, could be growing in the next few seasons. I mean, they have a few, but for the most part, their winning has come through solid team play.
Evans goes in. And it's Michigan with the rebound.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Knocked away. Freak with it. Now guarded by Kaminsky. Here's Freak. Evans with the rebound. On defense, Michigan. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Decker with it. Ellis on him. Tries from 10. Decker gets the bucket. So Michigan ends up going with the new group. The Badgers making a switch. The Wolverines leading by 4. Freak in at center. Jones is out there with Cunningham. And there's Flash. And it's Knight in at the shooting guard position. Freak passes to Knight. Here's Flash. They set the pick. And here's Freak. On the money with the open jumper. Freak's got 6 points.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
And for the Badgers, Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Wade in at the center. Now here's Freak. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Fires from 14, and it's Wade with the rebound.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And here they come, up the floor. There's 1:38 left in the first half of the game. Outside Knight, passes it to Flash. And Jones has it in the corner. Clock at 6.
Try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
Now here's Freak. He has 6. Outside Knight. There's a screen. Here's Freak. Wade with the block. Hawkins kicks to Hill. Passed away. And he uses the glass on the layup.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
And there's the feed to Jones. There's 21 seconds left in the first half. Dishes it to Knight. Here's Cunningham. And once again off the mark by Michigan. Decker passes to Hawkins. And that's Evans penetrating. No good. That would have tied it.
No one to blame on that one but himself. When you get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And the first half comes. And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
And in a championship game like this one, guys, you would have expected and hide in this one.
And, Greg, tight games like this are where legends are born. I mean, if a player like Freak can come up huge in this final half of play, he'll anchor himself in school history as one of the greats to ever play the game.
Freak, he's in at center. Ellis is out there with Jones, and there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in a power forward. Now here is Hill. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Decker for the lead. The kick out to Hill. They set the pick. Wisconsin needs to get off a shot. Shoots the 3, and it's Michigan with the rebound. Freak's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Flash. Freak in at center. Taylor is out there with Ellis. Then there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2 guard. There's Freak, and the foul called on Freak. So that'll be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the single bonus, so they'll have 1-1 right now and that chance at the line.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
Hill, he's checked in for Wisconsin. Hawkins comes in for Fisher. Wisconsin trails by 4. Hawkins kicks to Decker. There's the pick. There's the dish to Hill. Pass to Hawkins. Hill against Crawford. Hill drives in, and you know that's going to be goaltending.
To go after the block, but that one's going to count.
Jones checked in for Michigan. And Michigan has possession. The pass to Freak.
Get the ball inside.
Here's Flash. Here's Freak. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
The Badgers making a switch here. Evans is checked in. .156 left here in the second half. He kicks to Hill. Here's the screen. Clock at 6. Nice D from Crawford. The Wolverines leading by 4. 1:25 left in the second half of basketball. Freak dishes to Jones. Screened by Ellis. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Hawkins. The Wolverines need to get a shot off. Here's Freak. The shot is off. Evans with some nice D. And the Badgers with possession here. Decker kicks to Evans. Hawkins a screen on Crawford. Evans attacking. Nails it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
As clutch a shot as I have ever seen.
In a word, gutsy.
Now here's Freak. D right on him. It's Crawford on the wing. There's 31 seconds left to play in the second half. Here's Freak. Buries it.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
Here's Hawkins. Good.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
And they go to the intentional foul. And that misses, and no second shot coming to him this time.
Yeah, just a golden opportunity that's lost right there. Now, we still got a game.
Hill kicks to Evans to tie it up. No good. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And no problem there on the first free throw. 1-and-1 situation, so he'll get another. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home.
You've got time. Don't have to isolate immediately.
Hawkins with it. And so it's Michigan winning this one. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the pressure, Greg, they've been under all tournament long. This is pure elation. Being able to call themselves now champions.
And Kevin, from the players, the rest of the students watching, I mean, this is something that can never be taken from you. They will always have this moment in history to reflect upon.
And it's such a punishing path to this moment. I mean, you look back on all the close calls along the way as the field gets whittled down round by round. I mean, they survived.
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Yvette's here too, Mama.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the Queen Mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency. Here comes your father.
All right.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Hope everyone's well.
How you doing?
Well, let's get to it.
Yeah, let's do this. We all know this meeting is strictly confidential, 100% off the record. We weren't consistent in our family. I work with the best, and the best always seem to have a great support system around them. A family, if you will, you know what I'm saying? Let's cut to the chase. Leaving college early now and entering this year's NBA draft is the right move right now. And when you sign with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent, I will make sure you are well taken care of. I will make sure you are protected. With this freaking environment, I love it, freaking environment. This freaking environment thing you do when you get hot freak, we're gonna make you more money off the court than you will on.
We already have endorsements and things like that in mind, so.
Cece, I said we because we're gonna do this together. We're a team. We're Team Freak. But Freak, you need to be in the league first, right? That's why I'm here.
No, yeah, I hear you, Mr. Pagnotti, but like I told you before, I already promised my parents 4 years of college. That's the plan, man.
That's right.
Plans change, Freak. Listen. In life and in basketball, you need to adapt and change to the situation at hand. Now, even if you have the greatest coach and they draw up the greatest play and all the X's and O's make perfect sense on paper, you still need to react to what the defense shows you and then make your move. This is the right move. This is the right move now. And 4 years of college is a great plan for basically anybody. But you're not just anybody. You are the greatest collegiate talent I have ever seen shoot, dribble, pass, and defend a basketball my entire time on this earth. You've at least experienced college. You know what you've done that. I am a chance at the experience of a lifetime. How many people would love to be in those Jordans right now?
You remember how you came down on your ankle in that game? But next time it could be something.
I saw that. Good game, but bam! Just not flip. A joint, maybe I do a favor and make a call and you're a delivery boy at Sal's Famous Pizzeria. But the bottom line is you will be a long, long, long ways away from signing multi-million-dollar contracts with me, Dom Pagnotti, as your agent.
So it's
When we're all about
Money.
sir, is freedom. The freedom of choice, the freedom to live. Money is the difference between renting and owning, between being the waiter and being waited on. It's the difference between being the chauffeur or being chauffeured. Now, do you want to be a chauffeur? This here is a contract. This makes me your agent. Sign on the dotted line, and I will take you and your family to the promised land.
Like I said, Mr. Pagnotti, it's not all about the money.
Pete, let the man finish.
He made his point. He's finished. Aren't you finished?
I said my piece, but I know.
Shouldn't he take this opportunity now?
What if the boy goes pro, gets hurt, and then doesn't have a college degree? Look how hard we work for him to get to where he is.
But college isn't for everybody. Pete, you didn't go.
That's why we work so hard for him.
Just saying. I mean, if he's ready to do this now as opposed to later, Pete, anything can happen.
You're right. Anything could happen. This is his future. This is his life.
You're not listening to me, Pete.
Not just a game.
All right, Mom, Pops. It's all right. Look, truth be told, I don't even know what I want to do right now.
I understand that.
Yeah, but I was talking to my boy Vic the other day.
Why?
And he was making a lot of sense. He thinks I should leave early, too.
You know what? I've kept quiet this whole time, and I also think that Freak should join the league. I think it's a great business decision, and I think that Mr. Pagnotti is absolutely right.
Thank you, Yvette.
You're welcome.
Now, Freak, I know for a fact that people have been talking about the company you keep, and you need to be careful. It could compromise what we're trying to do here.
What are you trying to say?
You know, your association with that guy Victor off the court, it could compromise your selection in a draft. As a matter of fact, I know it will. Do you realize the difference in dollars between being drafted first overall and 21st? You're talking tens of millions of dollars. You don't get it, do you? Cece, our first sneaker deal alone, you're talking a difference of a $50 to $100 million difference just by that. Number one, that's what we need. If I were not 1,000% convinced in my mind and in my heart that we could get you drafted first overall, I wouldn't be like this. This is the play. This is the move, Freak. You gotta listen to me.
I absolutely hear you, but who are they to tell me who I can't hang with my brother?
No, Freak, you need to listen to him. I've been telling you the same exact thing.
Mr. Dom, Frequency and Victor grew up together. They're best friends. We took the boy in and practically adopted him.
Martha, I told you that boy ain't nothing but trouble.
He's family.
Okay, but that's my boy, and he agrees with y'all.
It's not about agreeing with Vic. We're trying to prepare you for your future.
You know, but it is his future.
This is none of your business.
Excuse
You don't
me?
even
Wait,
know
Freak,
my business.
you still have a decision to make. Sign with me, yes or no.
It's none of
It's
my
no
business.
problem.
Yeah.
Can I just interrupt
Your tone.
for 1 second? Everybody just settle down, please. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time in this heated discussion, but the truth of the matter is, there's only one person in the room that can make this decision. Now, son, you know how I feel.
Right.
Education is the most important thing in life, but this is your choice. It's not your mother's or your sister's or mine. It's not your girlfriend. It's not Mr. Pagnotti's. And it definitely ain't Victor's. This is your decision, son. So you tell us what you want to do.
I need 30 seconds, Freak. Okay. I have 4 beautiful children, and I want each of them to go to college and graduate. But if you walked up to any one of those 4 children right now and said, I will give you a contract that's worth $100, $200, $300 million, I would say, bypass college. You can always go back. I want you to graduate. I want you to get your doctorate. I want to call you Dr. Freak, but you need to understand this. Now, you can go all over this beautiful country that we live in and go into any of the major universities. You will find people that are 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years old, and you will find them graduating. But if you live to be 500 years old, you will never see ever somebody 40, 50, 60 years old being drafted from college into the NBA. We need to strike while the iron is hot. This is your life. We will get you drafted first overall. You will be up there with all the big names. I'm not talking first rounder. I'm talking first overall. Listen to me. This is what
Mr.
I do. I am the
Pagnotti,
best at what I
You
do.
have had
Nobody
your
is
30
better.
seconds plus.
Miss Martha, I am sorry. You just
Mr.
need to
Pagnotti,
understand.
would you please let my wife speak?
I apologize.
Frequency. Baby, what do you want to do?
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have Cece go through this contract, front to back. I'm going to think about it, sleep on it, pray on it, and I will call you in the morning.
All right. Listen, Mr. Pete, Miss Martha, it was a pleasure meeting the two of you over telephone, and I look forward to meeting you both in person. Remember, everybody, this meeting never took place. We weren't even here. Capiche?
Capiche.
Okay.
All right, Mom, Pops, I'm going to call you guys later. I love you.
Love you,
I love you too, son. Bye.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. The Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the fourth pick in the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the fifth pick in the NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the sixth NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University. With the seventh pick in the NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the eighth pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the ninth pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky from the University of Wisconsin. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select Justice Winslow from Duke University. With the 11th pick in the NBA draft, the Indiana Pacers select Miles Turner from the University of Texas. With the 12th pick in the NBA draft, the Utah Jazz select Trey Lyles from the University of Kentucky. With the 13th pick in the NBA draft, the Phoenix Suns select Devin Booker from the University of Kentucky. With the 14th pick in the NBA draft, the Oklahoma City Thunder select Cameron Payne from Murray State University. With the 15th pick in the NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Kelly Oubre from the University of Kansas. With the 16th pick in the NBA draft, the Boston Celtics select Terry Rozier. With the 17th pick in the NBA draft, the Milwaukee Bucks select the big man from the University of Michigan.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Frequency Vibration. Welcome aboard, young man. Welcome aboard.
Wow. Wow. This is bananas.
Take your time, baby.
Thanks, Ma. Okay, so I first want to thank everyone who made this possible. Mom, Dad, I couldn't have done this without you. I'd like to thank my lady Yvette. My dude, Vig.
Hey, yo, I got you, man. Hey, Harlem in the building all day, yo.
Aye.
Yeah, I love you, man. I love you uptown.
Man, he's like my brother. Oh, gosh. And also, want to thank my sister, Cece, who is also my manager. Swish, love you.
I love you more.
And my agent, Mr. Don Pagnotti himself.
You're the man, baby.
I guess I will take some questions now. Yes, ma'am.
How did you get the nickname Freak?
A lot of people don't know this, but Freak is short for my very first nickname, Frequency Vibrations.
Yeah, true story. I like to introduce our mother so she could tell it.
Go ahead.
You know, Mama.
Tell her, Mama.
Go get her, Mom.
Thank you, everyone. Frequency and Cece are fraternal twins. And so when I was pregnant, one of them kept kicking and jumping around all the time. So my husband, Pete, put headphones on my belly and played reggae music.
Hence the name Frequency Vibrations.
We shortened it to Freak.
How did you know who was kicking?
A mother knows. A mother always knows.
Are you ready for a photo op?
Yes. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next NBA superstar, Frequency Vibration.
Go ahead, son.
Thank you all for coming. We will be available for one-on-ones in the back. Good job. Well done.
Congratulations, son. We met working at the post office together. Martha was the clerk, and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel around the corner from where we worked.
A bagel?
A bagel, yeah.
With cream cheese?
Cream cheese.
Split down the middle?
Split down the middle. Love at first sight.
Yeah?
I believe that it was true. It happened to me.
Hey guys, on today's episode of NBA 2K TV, we take a look behind the scenes at the making of Living the Dream and get some insight from world-famous director Spike Lee. We also help you make the most out of your My Career experience and give you the rundown of all things new in My Park. Tune in now.
I told you.
Hey guys, on today's episode of NBA 2K TV, we take a look behind the scenes at the